Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hello, kids. Old Captain here, and it's been a fucking heavy mood. I was gonna get all my work done in this community center, and swear to God, it was fat, overweight women, middle-aged, fat, overweight women day today. Because first there was the coffee discussion, and then there was fucking give it up, ladies. I mean, just fuck yoga, okay? Just don't. When you got your fucking thunder thighs and you think that yoga is good, just knock it off. Go fucking run or don't do anything. Take the swan position. Well, I'm trying to help out you young boys and girls. This is a short one. So I'm doing this in my truck. I can barely read taking this fucking cell phone. Oh, for God's sake. 2 quick questions. What do you think of supply side economics, and do you think Trump's quasi-protectionist policies would help the nation in the long and short run? Okay. What do I think of supply side economics? I think it's like gravity or the laws of physics or whatever else have you. They make it, what politicians and even some dumber economists will do, and especially the media, if they're slamming especially on Reagan, they will make it seem like you either have to be in this camp or this camp. You're either a demand sider or a supply sider. So, but the truth is economics is both. And so I'll kind of explain both of them to everybody here so we understand this. And the next time someone says, you're just a supply sider, and you can pull out your dick and hit them in their fucking face and say, yeah, so is everybody else. You're just too stupid to fucking know it. There's 2 things that got to happen in order for economic production to occur. You have to produce something, and then it has to be sold. You just can't produce a ton of shit and nobody buys it. Okay, that's because that's the supply side is producing it, and then demand side is buying it. And if people don't buy it, people would argue theoretically, well, we still produced it, so it's still production. It's like, no, your company will go out of business because you never sold it and you didn't get any money, so therefore you can't recoup your investment and your expense costs. So supply side focuses on government policies that would incent or incentivize producers to produce shit and therefore employ people. So we're going to lower corporate taxes. We're going to get rid of regulation. Keynesians would argue that you would give government subsidies to companies so that they would go and produce more. The Civilian Conservation Corps would be another perfect example, although that's just pissing away money. But it's like, oh, look, we made a bridge. We increased the supply of bridges. Nobody asked for that bridge, but we made one. So that's the kind of thing. So we're going to get businesses primarily to produce more and therefore employ more. Demand side says, no, we gotta get people to want to demand the things in the first place. So we gotta cut their personal taxes. We gotta cut dividend taxes. We gotta lower capital gains, and then we should increase the money supply. Oh, what else? You could say debt forgiveness, like if that would in the theoretical sense be very demand side if you were to get rid of the student loans. We bail out all the fucking retards with the student loans. You could even say TARP was a way to say that was kind of demand side. We bailed the banks out so they might re-lend again. So but it primarily focuses on the consumer. Getting individuals to buy shit is what they do. Now, both are, what would I say, legitimate, real facts of economic law. Yeah, you can't have a growing economy unless people are buying shit and there are people there to produce the shit that the people want. But how we achieve that, that's where the real debate is. Now, the Austrian economy or Austrian economics or just a true free market capitalist would say, what the fuck right is it the governments to be influencing people's purchasing behavior? We should always go for as low as taxes as possible. Get the government out of the fucking regulation industry. Get the fucking government out of subsidizing. And it's more of a philosophical or principled decision. It's like, who the fuck made you God? Why the fuck is it any of the government's business how good or bad the economy does? The government is there to make it safe and fair. Not in outcomes, but in opportunities. And how dumb or smart the people are after that, none of the fucking government's business. And that's largely where I fall. interventionists, or especially the Keynesians, they're like, well, we should increase the money supply. We should lower taxes. We should increase taxes. We should provide incentives. We should provide subsidies. And that's just anti-American. That's not what America was founded on. Everybody thinks that America and free market, or America was, how could I put it? Like, the government's got to get in there and... No, America was, the government gets the fuck out of the way. There's as little government as possible. And the government doesn't give a flying fuck whether good things or bad things happen to the people. As long as we're not getting invaded, as long as there ain't no crime going on, and well, except for the pre-Civil War days, as long as everybody has equal opportunity, and we certainly had to make some improvements there. It's none of the fucking government's business how good or bad the people do. So that's usually, but what you'll hear, because people are fucking morons, is you'll hear people say, supply side or economic. You're just one of those Reagan with those trickle-down economics. And it's typically a fucking leftover baby boomer journalist from the 80s who, Sam Donaldson and Dan Rather and those guys. And then when you have, you're a demand sider, usually it's coming from a noob who's just discovering free market economics and is trying to attack the Keynesians. But if you really want to be unbiased about it, it's both. It's not neither nor. It's both. You need both to have that. Then as for Trump's semi-protectionist policies, I think they'd help in the short and long run. Yeah, to both. Because they keep out people who don't want to work as much, and people who not only don't want to work as much, but people who either want to outright steal from us or kill us. And don't believe in the American dream, don't believe in American culture, are not conducive to American culture. So yeah, making sure we don't let suicide bombers in, making sure we only take the surgeons and the engineers from the Middle East who aren't fucking going to Ahmed's Hate America Mosque. We make sure that Mexico sends us their best doctors and engineers and not their fucking criminals or people too lazy to learn English. And make sure we frankly keep out the women who just spit out more of the same children, who have the exact same work ethic and capacity that made the Middle East and Mexico the shitholes that they are. So if we let the Americans in, yeah, people who want to become and have the capability and desire to become real Americans, yeah, we should have a screening process. But it's like, oh no, let everybody in, because America, yay, great, diversity. Oh no, we're fucked then. Yeah, in the long run, we're fucked. So, I doubt anything would get done. He'd have to work with the Congress. That's a bunch of fucking pussies. So, yeah, it'd be fun. But that's all theoretical academic talk. That's why I wrote a book called Enjoy the Decline. You're not going to see the second coming of America. It's over. It's about 250 AD for Rome. Just get it out of your system. Don't have any hope. Save what you can now. And, yeah, that's what it is. So, anyway, I hope that answered your questions. Toodles.